Piers Morgan has launched another brutal attack on Prince Harry after his comments about leaving your job to boost your mental health rubbed the TV presenter up the wrong way. Harry was slammed by Piers on social media and labeled a half-wit in response to a news article on the subject. Some Twitter users commented on Piers' tweet agreeing with his rant against the royal. One user said, "I don't think he realizes that normal people have to go to work in jobs they hate because they have bills to pay." Another added, "So after the worst 18 months of my career as a physician, should I just quit? That's not how the real world works. There are already staff shortages at all levels of healthcare. If we all quit, then what?" But one Twitter user pointed out the irony in Piers discussing others leaving their jobs and said, which happened to Piers very recently, "But no, he won't see that because it's always about Harry and Meghan." Another on the social media site said, "Unfortunately, he is right in certain circumstances. I was struggling with my mental health with a boss that was bullying and totally unreasonable. Work was in my thoughts 24/7 and the anxiety combined with anger was too much. I had to quit although it didn't want to." Piers' comments come after Harry's latest interview with Fast Company about his new role as Chief Impact Officer at BetterUp. Prince Harry was mocked for talking nonsense last night after telling anyone unhappy at work to quit. The Duke, who gave up royal duties to live in an £11 million mansion, said walking out can be a joy. But he was blasted for spouting out-of-touch advice. One royal expert said, "Not everyone has £30 million tucked away in the bank." It comes after Harry urged us all to imagine being a raindrop, while wife Meghan was dubbed Little Miss Forgetful for misleading a court. He said in an interview, "A lot of the job resignations, amid COVID, aren't all bad. In fact, it is a sign that with self-awareness comes the need for change. Many people around the world have been stuck in jobs that didn't bring them joy, and now they're putting their mental health and happiness first. This is something to be celebrated." The multimillionaire's comments were met with a wave of disbelief, with some saying he has no idea how much hardship people face. Royal commentator Angela Levin blasted, "Harry is utterly out of touch. Not everyone has £30 million tucked away in the bank. I wonder if he'd give the same advice to people whose mental health is made worse by their marriage. Be quiet, please." Paul Smith, a bricklayer from London, told, "It's all right for him to say this when he's got his family's millions to fall back on. For the rest of us who have families to support, it's just not possible. We're all fighting to pay bills, the mortgage and all the other stuff. He's talking utter nonsense." Others warned his advice may backfire and damage workers' mental health. The royal was asked about how the company has adapted to address workplace trends that have sprung up during the pandemic, such as increased burnout and job resignations. Harry explained that thanks to his work for the company, he has come to learn that a lot of the job resignations you mention aren't all bad. He continued, "In fact, it is a sign that with self-awareness comes the need for change. Many people around the world have been stuck in jobs that didn't bring them joy, and now they're putting their mental health and happiness first. This is something to be celebrated." The Duke of Sussex left his role as a senior royal in the royal family 2 years ago due to a lack of support and lack of understanding.